What's up, guys? B Green Flex here, voice of Flex, back again with another video. Today, we're going to be reacting to another fresh and fit clip. And just to forewarn y'all, since I have only been doing about one video a week for the last couple weeks, this weekend, I'm going to make sure that I upload at least 3, including this one. So one today, or tonight I should say, one tomorrow, and one Sunday. So stay tuned. We're going to have a big weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe. And also, anything that you might take away from the videos, feel free to clip it up for TikTok or whatever. And comment down below what your thoughts are, or if anything that I said that resonated with you. You know the drill. So, without further ado, we got She Proved Why Men Should Keep Staying Away from Her.
Like
so
what?
infidelity is your main thing?
I mean, yeah, infidelity would be like a really big issue. But like, what are the obstacles? Like, I'm willing to like, I know like marriage and stuff is hard work and it's not always gonna be easy. But like, what are the obstacles? Like, yes, but to a certain extent.
But let's see here. So, okay, you're 33 years old right now. You're on OnlyFans. You've, had your fun with other men. Do you think you can command that caliber of guy to be monogamous with you?
Only?
Literally, like, and I'm so glad that this type of content is now being, more publicized and more recognized, because don't get me wrong, they just got demonetized. Nico got banned. Andrew Tate got fucking locked up for shit that he wasn't guilty of. So they still try to cancel it any way they can. But the question is so valid, because she just said that, of course, no girl wants a man to cheat on them. They don't understand why we do. But just in general, no girl wants that. And, judging by whatever else was said in this episode or whatever, she probably wants a man that, makes good money, look good looking, this and that. But you're 33, so you're not as, like, good looking as some of these younger girls. And you're on OnlyFans, and you expect a dude to get with you and just be monogamous to you when you're on OnlyFans. Like, even if she was to stop doing it when they got together, it's like, bro, you are a sex worker at the end of the day. And even if you stop, that doesn't mean that the content just dies. Dudes out there can still find it. I'm sure it's still, somewhere else besides OnlyFans, or just the dudes have the material that they bought and stuff. And it's like, it could just be herself, playing with herself, whatever. But more than likely, it's solo stuff, it's girl stuff, and boy girl stuff. And it's like, how can you expect a man who actually is designed to want to have sex with multiple people to be monogamous to you and be faithful to you, when you literally, at this point, are old and everyone has seen your fucking coochie? Like, it just boggles my mind, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of recently broke up with my ex, and he was the only one I was doing OnlyFans with, and we were monogamous. And yeah, my job didn't like affect our relationship. That's not why we broke up.
No, I get that. But if the next guy comes in, he's probably gonna, and he's, an attractive guy and has all these things in line. Don't you think that would be a problem?
It hasn't been yet. I actually thought it was gonna interfere with my dating life, but honestly it hasn't. A lot of people that I meet now, they either have friends that have OnlyFans agencies, or
Friends.
they have agencies, or they're in sort of like crypto or some sort of entrepreneurship, and like they kind of just like understand it. And
It's becoming
Isn't
more
that
more,
people-
more normalized, but like
Yeah.
ultimately, I would say the guy's always gonna have it in the back of his head.
well,
Right.
he's gonna be on my OnlyFans with me, so
What if he doesn't want you?
Wait, showing his face?
no, probably not. But people would put it together because they didn't know we were dating or married.
What if he doesn't want to? And the other thing is, she said her and her ex did OnlyFans together, whatever, but they broke up. Where's he at? Like, and I bet the reason why is because, there was underlying issues, even if they didn't, like, fully surface, like, the way of, oh, I don't want you having OnlyFans, whatever, because he was doing this stuff with her. Like he said, it still probably was in the back of his mind, like, this girl's a hoe, she's doing OnlyFans, like, and maybe he did it just because she was doing it but didn't really want to. And more than likely she broke up with him, because that, we know most relationships end because of girls breaking up with the guy. So there was all these other factors. But just in general, the guy that she wants, especially if she's, you know, here on Fresh and Fit. She probably has some kind of decent following, whatever. So she probably makes good money. She probably wants some millionaire dude that's good looking, charming, social status, whatever. That guy ain't gonna want you to be doing OnlyFans. If he is with you and you're doing OnlyFans, either that means he just wants you for sex, or you know, you're like among multiple girlfriends that he might take you seriously in a sense, but more than likely you ain't the one that he's gonna wife up. And just in general, it's like she keeps saying, oh yeah, it hasn't interfered. Like, they have friends that are OnlyFans managers, they have friends that have OnlyFans, this and that. It's like, yes, keyword friends, or their friends are OnlyFans managers. It's like they're not dating these girls. Like, it's just, they can't see the logic, bro.
But POV is all the rage these days. My ex's face is in it though.
And see, that's what I was gonna say too. Your stuff, you have stuff on there with your ex, so you're also gonna be getting with the guy that's gonna be expected to be cool, that you have stuff out there on the internet with your ex, a guy that's not him, and his face is in some of it. So
you would make him
TMI.
change your
look at Myron,
change
bro.
his
He's
job.
just like,
TMI.
No, he wouldn't change his job. He would just
It's an
help me
extracurricular
film some
activity.
things when
It's a
we were
hobby.
doing some things.
Did he have a regular job too?
Yeah, I was a pilot.
What the? Can he get fired for that?
Yep, but he believed in me.
All right, did you join the Mile High Club?
No, I've
Pilot, he
not.
was doing pretty well. He was probably making 6 figures.
But she means more now.
Yeah, but he
Yep.
believed in me and he liked my job and he thought it was fun.
And you
And you
dumped
left
him?
him.
There's a lot of guys that like that. Though.
Yeah,
When she made
because
more money, she left him.
no, that wasn't why. That wasn't why at all. I just
Stop the cap.
intuitively knew like he wasn't like my person. Like
Yeah,
Yes.
because he.
So he put his job.
see, like, literally, he's a pilot, and pilots, even when you start out, you're usually making like between 80 and 120, depending on the area, the airline that you get signed up with, you know, exactly how much experience you got in your personal flight school, stuff like that. But either way, you're starting out somewhere around 6 figures or close to it. And then within a few years, you know, being that she's 33, the guy was probably in his 30s. He was probably making like easily $250,000, give or take, you know, somewhere around that 200 or 300 mark. And so she started making more than him. He put his job on the line to film this content with you because he believed in you. You started making more than him. Now he's gone. Because that's the first, like, where's he at now? You broke up with him because you make more money than him. She's like, no, it's because he wasn't my person. It's like, you that's the surface level politically correct way of saying it. But deep down, we all know it's because you're making more than him. You now are thinking you're at this next caliber of man that you deserve. And you understand that you might have a possibility of pulling that man, so you left him. And it's so fucked because she could have easily just been a housewife or did some regular kind of job, not really worked that much, and he would have been able to provide for them, their family. They could have lived a great life together, not ever struggled, had savings, investments, whatever. But it's that inflated ego, bruh. And like, that's the thing too, is besides her even making more than him, just from a monetary standpoint, the ego gets so inflated because she has thousands of guys sending her money every day, like all these messages. She probably has an OnlyFans manager, but she could still see all this stuff. And because of that, her ego goes farther and thinks, oh, I have this guy that makes, you know, pretty good money and whatever. But now look at all these guys that want me. Look at all this money I'm making. I can get an even better guy. And like, so that's the subconscious reason why she left him. But on the on the outward surface, like in person, she'll say, like on surface level, she'll say, oh, well, it's because he wasn't my person and this and that. It's like, yeah, that's what you say, but deep down, subconsciously, we know that all these other factors are actually the reason. But they can't see that because they're all tied in their emotions and they don't want to actually, you know, be true to what they really feel about something. They'd rather just, you know, be politically correct and whatever. So it's just stupid.
How about risking to lose it and then lose you?
I was his biggest fantasy, but
Because
there were just so many things that I just felt like we were on different wavelengths when we talked, and yeah.
Yeah, because he probably is like, bitch, I'm making fucking $250,000 a year. I'm a pilot, so I'm gone for days at a time, if not weeks at a time. You're sitting here doing OnlyFans. Yeah, you got stuff with me, but I don't know what you're doing when you're not here. You make stuff for yourself or with maybe some other girls or whatever, and you're sending it off to these dudes so everyone can fucking see you. I make good money, enough for us to both live and live a very great, comfortable life, but you want to sit here and do this shit, and yeah, he's gonna be a fucking simp and say, oh yeah, I believe in you, let's do it together or whatever. But deep down, he probably was like, man, fuck this shit. And because of that, these conversations where they weren't aligning was him probably telling her like how he really felt about some stuff, because he probably wants a wife that he can trust and believe in a sense of being a good mother and being loyal to him and his family and his name. But instead, she wants to just be an OnlyFans model and be famous for selling pussy. And it's like, bro, it really fucking angers me, because this is what women are being taught. And she's 33, which means that this has been going on for a while in her life. But then you got, it's like the new generation of girls in their 20s and shit coming up the same way. It's like, fuck, man. It's okay to sell pussy. It's okay to fucking make your own bag and not give a fuck about a man. You know, men are not supposed to be, you know, men, and not supposed to be strong and competent and charismatic and for themselves. They're supposed to be simps, but yet those are the guys they actually go for, are the strong, competent ones that don't take shit from them, but they tell you to be simps and tell you, oh, I like when a guy does this for me and whatever. And it's like, it goes back to what I was just saying a minute ago. No, you don't. You like when a guy is fucking toxic, but you think it's politically correct to say for a guy to treat you nice and buy you flowers and be a simp, but then you walk all over that dude or put him in the friend zone, and then you actually fuck and are craving the guy that fucking treats you like shit. Or he might not even treat you like shit, but just that doesn't give you that full like attention or commitment. And it's just, it just boggles my mind, bro. Like, it really does.
I just knew he wasn't in. My intuition told me this was not a
No,
person.
I'm gonna try and
So
shut
he
up
put
now.
his,
I did think he was like my husband at one point. I thought I manifested him. Like, I
Manifested.
really was into him. And
Bro,
then,
that's scary.
but the
Fresh.
more we were together and stuff, the more I was like,
he put his job at risk because her intuition told her no.
no. He put his job at risk because he loved me. But
Okay,
I didn't think he was the one for me. I didn't think he was the one for me.
awesome.
I don't want to settle.
Yeah.
He was hot
dude,
though. He was
But
hot.
she didn't
hot
feel like you
pilot
were setting
that
when he was a
pretty much gave
pilot
you
and you were not really
what you
doing
wanted.
shit.
Wow.
But now you feel
No,
like you're
but
settling
to a
because you're
certain
making what he
extent.
makes
If it-
probably
you know,
in a quarter of a year.
When you know, and I knew he wasn't like my person.
How,
How are you gonna
Well,
know?
Chris, you want to know how she?
yeah, but how though? Like,
yeah,
if
what
you know,
was
you
it
know.
that-
Like,
yeah,
how
what was it? What was the deal breaker? There's clearly a deal breaker here. What was
There was like a bunch of things. Like, we just really weren't on the same wavelength. Like, sometimes when I felt like when we talked in like two different languages. Like, the way we like just answered questions and things.
Oh,
And
he spoke French.
no. But like, I felt like we were on different wavelengths. And he was super
Spanish.
risky. And like, I don't know. I don't really want my kids to have such like
Portuguese.
a risky
She emotionally
job-
cheated.
Risky,
risky
like what?
dad.
Risky how?
Risky, like, jumps out of airplanes and does like crazy shit.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's-
when you
that's
cannot
amazing.
envision that
That's
person as a father, it's like a big no-no.
Yeah,
Right.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's a good way to
I
think
mean,
about
I
it.
just didn't trust
All
him
the
to
girls
like
are hyping
keep
her
my
up.
children
Or
safe.
survive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
he'd probably
That
die.
was a
So
lot, honestly.
he was a pilot and he jumped out of planes. You said?
He's
Yeah.
a thrill
Military?
seeker.
No, just crazy.
Adrenaline
skydiving?
junkie.
I mean, if
Yeah,
he jump,
adrenaline junkie for sure.
I
if
did
he jump
that,
out of
and I think
planes,
I'm
that's
safe.
life insurance. You can just, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want him
missed
to
out.
die. I just don't want to be the father of my kids.
So you just didn't see the future because his job was dangerous.
I didn't see the future because he wasn't my person. He was just like
She just
people
didn't
come
vibe
in
with
and
him,
out of
basically.
your
So he
life.
Stop saying that shit. Like, he wasn't my person. He wasn't my person. He wasn't my. No. Say what actually happened. Did you cheat on him? Did he cheat on you? Did you think, okay, I now make all this money, and you think you're going to make all this money for the rest of your life, but you're probably only going to make it for another year or two, because we know that most OnlyFans girls, no matter what age they are, they start their OnlyFans career, and if they are attractive or are doing well, they usually blow up pretty quickly, and then within a couple of years, a new wave of girls get on OnlyFans or whatever. Most of their careers are only like 2 to 4 years that you're making that money and doing okay. You might sustain something, but it doesn't stay at that peak for that long. But either way, was it that you started making this money and you're like, I need a guy that makes more? Was it, I think I can get a more attractive guy? Like, stop giving these bullshit ass, emotional ass, politically correct ass, feminist ass, fucking stupid astrology, Mercury retrograde answers and say what actually happened or how you actually felt about the fucking situation, bro. Like, this shit fucking pisses me off.
She was an experience, basically.
Yeah,
That you thought at one point he could have
I
been
thought
your husband.
at one point I thought he was like my dream man, and then
Then she met
the
Bigger Dicks.
closer we got, the more we lived like together, the more our lives meshed together, the more I was just like, this isn't.
Did you have better
one for
options
me.
waiting for you
Yep.
when you left him?
No, that wasn't.
That's
that
cap.
had nothing to do with it.
That's cap. A girl doesn't leave unless she has another
If
option.
you
don't buy
notice,
that.
right?
Whether
They
it's better or
really
worse,
didn't.
they
I
only
swear,
leave when
just
there's
like-
another
People on the
option.
panel, at a whim, just change their opinion and
Right.
just
Bro,
did-
just randomly.
Exactly.
just
bro.
randomly.
Wavelengths.
Okay.
Like, how the
No.
fuck?
Got it.
You
Wave-
gauge
I'm sorry you
wavelengths.
don't understand, but like
Wavelengths?
It's not about not understanding. It's like you're not making any fucking sense. Like, that's the thing that you don't get. Like, it's not about not understanding. It's about you live in this fucking emotional, erratic, fantasy Disney world reality that doesn't actually apply to reality. He wasn't my person. Okay, what does that mean? Did your feelings change about him? And if so, that's like another point that all this bullshit is stupid about. Oh, having divorce is okay. Breaking up is okay. It's like, no, divorce is not okay. Like, you see all these memes about, I saw one the other day. It's like saying all this stuff about divorce being okay and starting over okay and all this shit. It's like, no. The whole point of getting married is to, one, raise kids, to have kids and raise kids. But also is to understand that we are now one. We are united. We are conjoined. We have a family. You are my wife. I am your husband. We are going to stick it through thick and thin. Even in the vows, it says through sickness and health, through rich and poor, whatever. And with girls now, it's like, it's all this obsession about everything having to be absolutely perfect and having to be happy at every waking moment until the day you die. And if it's not that perfect example of happiness in their image or in their view, it's time to hang it up. And it's like, no, bruh. Like, either something drastic happened in the relationship that you did not want to happen, which you can't say because you're trying to be politically correct, or you're sitting here and your emotions just changed. He said there was 2 girls on the panel that within a fucking blink of an eye, they just broke up with a guy because they were like, oh no. But it's like, we know that deep down. See, us as men working on logic and in the real world, we understand that it was all these collective factors. He probably didn't want to do anything else besides be a pilot, which, like, again, I said, makes good money. And was probably gone a lot. And she started making all this money, so now she doesn't view him the same. She wants someone that makes more or whatever. Or there was some other factors where either he wasn't fucking her good, or some other dude is fucking her better now, or whatever. Like, there's other factors, but you're just trying to say he wasn't my person. It's like, no. And if the emotions can change that fast, to where one day you love him, and then 5, 10 years go by, 15, 20, 30 years go by, and one day you're like, I don't want to be with this dude. Like, that's a different problem, because it shows that instead of sticking it through and being with your man through thick and thin, through rich or poor, sickness and health, whatever, you're just wanting to be happy, and you have this obsession with being happy, and it's like you're just gonna go from dude to dude to dude, and it's not, you're not ever gonna be satisfied with being with a man, because your feelings are always gonna change. And that's a stupid thing about women, is like, you operate your life on feelings, and that's the dumbest shit ever, because feelings change. The whole point of being a man and being stoic and making the right decisions is because you're operating in logic and you're thinking long term, and you're making the right decision for, maybe it's not the right decision for right then, but it's the right decision for 5 years from now. Or maybe it is the right decision for right then and for 5 years from now. Or maybe it's the wrong decision for 5 years from now, but it's the right one now that might get you to a better decision. Whatever the case may be, you're always doing things logically and rationally. You're not using emotion, because emotions change.
I don't understand
Intuitively know if
wavelengths.
someone, like, you can date someone for a year or 2 or 3 and then you
The
break
wavelengths?
up. You know, that's a natural thing. People,
I
that's
agree.
what relationships are. You date someone and then you get to a point where you either take the next step or you don't. And
It's better than wasting
we
time.
were taking steps, and I was just like, it's not,
Relationships
it
have their
doesn't feel
seasons.
right. It doesn't feel like we're meant to be.
Question for you: knowing now that you don't want the guy, would you delete those scenes off of OnlyFans?
If
Okay.
my,
I
if the
mentioned before.
next, if the next person I date wants me to,
He
yeah.
def- Definitely
No, but
wants you
jeopardize his
to.
job now. Would you? Not
Let's
delete
kill
it?
all the other streams, by the way.
He
YouTube
already
and Rumble
signed
only.
all his
Go
rights
ahead.
over to me, so
He
it's-
did what?
Yeah, he signed everything over to me.
All right,
There's
YouTube
not a
and
release
Rumble,
for 'em.
guys. Come on
Okay.
over to YouTube and Rumble.
I guess you're smart for that.
Fucking simp, bro.
Okay.
That nigga dead in the water.
He believed in me. He wanted
Patiently
me to be a
listening.
star.
No,
He
he
was
was in
wrong.
love
He
with
was
you.
wrong.
I've
And you were
Not
not
my
in love with
problem.
him. You were in love with him.
Treat
Savage.
treat her like a
I
star. Treat you like a
I
fan,
really
right,
did
boss?
like him. And
Not my problem. I made all this money off of him and his scenes. He signed the rights to me, so I own the rights to it. I don't love him anymore because he doesn't provide XYZ, or I now can provide those things for myself, or a better man can do it. So I'm going to break up with you. It's not my problem that you risked your fucking career as being a pilot to do these scenes for me, and you risked the happiness of being with me and projecting this career in OnlyFans for me. It's not my problem. Like, absolutely savage. And that just goes to show, bro, do not let these women take advantage of you. Don't let them walk all over you. I've done it countless times. I know y'all have, but we gotta do better, bro. We have to do better. Like, they want to sit there and say toxically masculine. No, it's just masculine. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. And being masculine are the ones that they're gonna want, the ones they're gonna chase after. Because when you're being a fucking simp, you end up like this, where you risked all your fucking flight school and hours of flying and a great career and a future for yourself for a woman that's older. Fucking, I mean, she's cute, but she ain't even that bad. Made all this money off of your scenes that you signed the rights over to her for, and she fucking dropped you and left you for someone else. Fuck him, bro.
I really did like
The
him.
streets is cold, bro.
Hey,
I
treat
love her.
treat her like
I
a star.
thought he was my dream man when I
See,
first
treat
met
you like
him.
a
Notice,
fan.
he was her biggest fan, pretty much.
Yep.
I had to block him actually because
Damn, that's fucked up.
I gave him like an unlimited free for a year unlimited free subscription, obviously.
You gave your man a
Yeah, because I would send him all the videos so that they would go into the vault so that they were in there.
And make him pay.
And then when we broke
crying.
up, he was still going in because you can see like when the last time they've been in.
That's
And he
terrible.
was still going in, so I blocked him.
Did you give him back his assets?
He has all the videos on his phone, so he doesn't need to go on my OnlyFans to see it.
All right.
Did you give him back his
making sure
assets?
you don't put new stuff.
What do you mean assets?
You know, all the things that, you signed the rights for? That he signed the rights to you for?
It's just the content.
Mm,
After you break
no,
up, they want
No,
royalties and
it's
shit.
her content though.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Signed
never,
the rights, so
he
she
never
doesn't have to
got
come
any
back.
money from my OnlyFans.
Right.
She's missing the point. He signed the rights. Mo is asking, since he signed the rights over to you, which legally speaking, it's your content, you're making the money off it, you don't owe him anything, whatever. Did you give him back the content? Did you scrap that contract, whatever? But no, she didn't, because she's selfish, and they all are selfish. They're narcissistic. Anyway, guys, man, I was gonna say I'm sorry for freaking out on this one, but I'm fucking not sorry, bro, because y'all see it every day in y'all everyday lives. The women you encounter, the women at your workplace, the women at your gym, social media, fucking podcasts, whatever. We all know how it goes, bro, and it's just so sad because there's only one. You know what? Short term, there's only one loser. It's men. They lose resources, they lose time, energy, money, sanity, whatever. But you know what though? This is the real red pill. Long term, we are going to be the winners because she's 33 right now with her OnlyFans making her bag, whatever. But in 5-10 years, when ain't nobody buying that content, and she still don't got a man because the man that she wants doesn't want her on OnlyFans, and have herself out there like that, and he's in his prime, in his 30s, 40s, early 50s, whatever, making his moves in his career, his business, and making all this money and can attract whoever, but she's gonna be lonely with cats, no kids, no family, no money, because ain't nobody gonna be buying the content, and we know how girls spend money. They don't invest it, they just fucking buy shit with it. So short term, we just gotta stay strong, guys, because we're gonna be the long-term winners. It's a long race. It's a marathon, but we're going to be the winners at the end. Because we all know in a marathon, if you start out sprinting, you're going to be gassed halfway through. Or fucking maybe even earlier than that. But if you keep that steady pace, work on yourself, get your career up, your business up, your money up, get some real estate, get in the gym, make sure your hygiene's good. Keep that mental fortitude. when we're in our 30s and 40s, we can attract whoever. Girls in their 20s, girls in their 30s. We're going to go for the ones in their 20s. We're going to have our money right. We're going to have our physique and health right. Everything is going to be good. But the girls that are our age when we're 35 and they're 35, and they got cats and they want to have kids, but they can't because they missed their biological time clock, and they're miserable because no guy wants them because the guys that they want are their age or older, and they're making money and they want the young hot girls, and they don't want the girls that's been fucking ran through and on OnlyFans. We're going to be the winners. So stay strong, my guys. Stay strong. And again, we just gotta hold it together. But I hope y'all appreciate the content, man, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, anything you take away from this in the comments, let me know what maybe resonated with you, or maybe I'm losing my mind, maybe I'm going black pill. Who the fuck knows? Either way, let me know. Chop up anything that you felt was strong, powerful. Post on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and let's get this message going, man, because they're going to keep trying canceling content creators like this, and I'm sure if I get big enough, they'll try to do the same with me, but we can't keep the message. We have to keep the message alive. Got to spread the truth. In the meantime, y'all have a good weekend. Like I said, 2 more videos coming this weekend, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.